The student loan forgiveness website is officially live now, and President Biden says more than 40 million Americans can stand to benefit from the student debt relief. Most of these people making less than $75,000 annually, and they're taking applications. Our business correspondent Alexis Christoforous is joining us with more. Okay, break it all down for us.
Well, Kiro, people have through December of next year to apply. They can do this at studentaid.gov. And the application process, they say, is pretty easy and streamlined. They're going to need some information from folks like your name, of course, your social security number, and also proof of a job and your earnings. They're looking at your 2020 and 2021 income taxes to see if you qualify. Qualifications are pretty broad, too, up to $10,000 in loan forgiveness for someone, an individual earning under $125,000 a year, or a couple earning under $250,000 a year combined. They'll also forgive up to $20,000 in loans for borrowers who received Pell Grants, and that usually goes to low-income people.
So people have, as you mentioned, through December clearly to do this. So how soon will people see relief after they apply for the program?
That's a great question, and the Biden administration says it should only take a few weeks to start to have the process approved and to have it approved for an individual. They want to do this as quickly as possible because, remember, in January, those student loan payments resume again, so they want to try to quicken this here. Timing does matter. The department wants to discharge as many debts as possible and also limit borrower confusion before January comes.
So a lot of people are not eligible, right? And those that are may still be left with a pretty huge chunk of debt even after the benefits of this program. So what are some tips that borrowers can use to help pay off that debt?
That's true. When you consider that the average student debt is $30,000, it's going to take somebody between 10 and 30 years to pay that off. They can't do things like start a family or buy a home because they're burdened with that debt. So there are some things that you can do. If you can, make additional payments when possible, because that's going to cut the principal more quickly. It will also reduce the interest that you accrue and, of course, the total payoff time. If you have multiple student loans, pay down those with the highest interest rates first and set up automatic payments. This is so important. Some lenders will actually give you a discount for doing this. That way you're not going to forget to make your payment. And also ask your employer about repayment assistance or tuition reimbursement. Lots of companies are doing this, including companies like Starbucks, Walmart. And as a last resort, and this is a last resort, you can request a deferment or forbearance to temporarily postpone your payments. But beware here, because depending on the kind of loan you have, you may still have to pay the interest that accrues on that debt, even though it's going to be frozen. And of course, if you get a tax refund at the end of the year instead of going on vacation or buying a new TV, you can pay down that student debt. That's probably the prudent thing to do, Kira.
People deserve a vacation. That's frustrating. They shouldn't have to make a choice.
Right.
All right, for the sake of balance here, the relief plan is also expected to cost hundreds of billions of dollars, right? So it's facing a lot of pushback, including a few lawsuits now. So what's the argument against the program here?
Well, a lot of Republicans, of course, are saying that President Biden is overstepping his bounds. Biden has promised student loan cancellation. He wants to make good on that promise, especially ahead of the midterms. But also, the Congressional Budget Office has looked at these numbers and says it will cost $400 billion for taxpayers over the course of the program. Remember, that's taxpayers who maybe already paid off their college loans or didn't go to college at all. Some are saying that it's just going to add to the deficit and be inflationary. It could possibly add about 0.25% to the inflation rate over the next year. So yes, while canceling student loans sounds like a good idea on the surface, it does come at a cost, Kira.
All right, Alexis Christoforous, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.